Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tune Project. Do you find that no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to get your bow hold exactly right? Well, today we're going to be talking about the one thing that might just save your bow hold, and if not, it'll certainly improve it. So stay tuned. And as always, if you end up enjoying this video and finding it to be helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up below. And if you're not yet subscribed to the Tune Project, I post videos just like this one along with fiddle tutorials every week. So consider hitting that red subscribe button below, along with the notification bell so that you don't miss any future videos. So what are some things that come to mind when you think about a good bow hold? Probably rounded fingers, a bent thumb, a curved pinky, making sure that all of your fingers are nice and relaxed. But what people often forget to think about when it comes to our bow hold is the wrist and the role that it plays within our bow hold. So you might find that you've thought about all of the important things, the curved fingers, the relaxed hand, the rounded pinky, the bent thumb, and then when you go to play, something just doesn't feel right. Well, I would encourage you to maybe take a look at your wrist. Oftentimes, I have found that people tend to keep their wrist raised above their fingers when playing, and this causes unnecessary space between the bow and the fingers. So when we do this and we have the wrist more elevated than it should be, there is very little contact on the bow. It's really just the pads of the fingers that are making contact, and because of that, there is very little stability with the bow, so that when you go to play, it will feel uncomfortable, unstable. You might not get the tone that you're hoping for or feel as relaxed and confident in your bow hold as you would like to be. So if that's you and you find that something's just not quite right, I would take a look at your wrist. Next time you go to set your bow on the string, go ahead and try just lowering your wrist ever so slightly, even just a little bit, and see if that makes any sort of a difference. What happens when we bring our wrist down to the level of our hand and our fingers, and maybe even just a little bit lower, is we get that nice rounded effect that we want with our hand shape. So if your wrist is up here, again, we're creating that unnecessary space, and also our fingers are very extended in this position. If you see the difference between this with my wrist up here versus this, my fingers become much rounder, and there's also that needed contact of the fingers onto the bow. So I can really lean into the bow and sink into the bow, creating that extra sense of stability and control when playing. So next time you play, think about your wrist and how that can impact your bow hold. You could even try just setting your bow on any of the strings and just playing a few notes on the open string and watching what your hand does and what your wrist does. You could even do this in front of a mirror so that you can very clearly see from another perspective what's actually happening and what your tendencies are. And if you do find that your fingers are extended, maybe your pinky is straight and your wrist is way above your fingers, then go ahead and just try bringing everything down, relaxing and settling into the bow, rounding out those fingers, and you'll notice a big difference in your playing and the stability that you have when you do play. And you'll likely be able to relax a lot more as well, which is the goal. Keeping our fingers and our hand relaxed as we play is something that's very important and something that I talk about all the time, just because it can really help with our tone, our stability, and eliminating any sort of tension that might be in the hand, in the wrist, or in the arm. So I hope you will test out this idea of the wrist and how it can really be useful in just instantly improving your bow hold in general by just simply lowering it that little bit to allow your fingers to curve over and bring that added stability into your bow hold. I hope you enjoyed this video and got something from it. If you did, again, please give it a thumbs up. Stay tuned for the next video, and I look forward to seeing you then. Happy practicing. If you've made it this far, you must have enjoyed the video, so why not check out this one next? Also, if you'd like exclusive content from the Tune Project and a more personalized experience, head over to Patreon and join our wonderful little fiddle community. Your support helps me to continue to grow as a creator and ensures that I'm able to continue to provide free educational content here on YouTube. Thank you!